At just 4 weeks old, she nearly lost her life in a senseless shooting. Now her mom is speaking out.
Elizabeth Matthews is here now with that story. Elizabeth.
According to this 1-month-old baby who turns 2 months old on Saturday is lucky to be alive. She was shot in the head earlier this month in Englewood. Today we sat down with her mom and learned that 7 years ago she was also shot in Englewood. She tells us her family is now done with this city.
I'm getting up out of here today. I got to leave Chicago. I love the city, but I can't stay here anymore.
Taisha Banks says her daughter Terriana continues to recover like a champ. We're blurring her face to protect her identity as the victim of a crime. At just 4 weeks old, she was shot in the head while in a car seat near 66th and Halsted. That shooting was caught on surveillance video, shows 3 men getting out of a black Jeep and firing in all different directions. Terriana, along with 6 adults, were wounded. The bullet, which is still in Terriana's head, broke her skull but did not puncture her brain.
I didn't ever think my baby was gonna die, because she was just looking at me like, Mama, what happened? She never stopped breathing. You know, I never had one doubt in my mind that she was gonna leave me. I did.
The strength on that mom's face. So Terriana will likely need more surgeries in the future, but right now she is progressing very well. Police say no one's in custody for the shooting, but they continue to investigate. We'll have more on Terriana's story and hear from her mom coming up on the 9 o'clock news. Corey and Don.
Thanks for checking out DJ Trendie Nation with the latest news. Please like and subscribe to my channel for future videos. Thank you. Today I will be talking about a 1-month-old girl who was shot in the head in Englewood, Chicago. According to Chicago News, it was a cool summer evening, and neighbors were outside up and down the block in Englewood. Hardly anyone noticed when the Jeep pulled up across the street around 8:15 p.m., but in seconds, 2 gunmen jumped out and began firing in all directions, according to Chicago police. People ran, some hid behind cars, and one person stumbled in the middle of the 6500 block of South Halsted Street, got up, but fell again and started crawling away. The gunman sprayed a line of parked cars before jumping back into the Jeep and speeding off. In one of those cars was 1-month-old Terriana Smith, strapped into a child's seat, according to her family. Terriana was shot along with 6 other people, but she was the worst, a gunshot to the head. She was taken in critical condition to St. Bernard Hospital, then transferred to Comer Children's Hospital, where she underwent surgery Friday morning. She's doing pretty good, her uncle Charles McKenzie said, adding that she was breathing on her own. He said the bullet did not pierce her skull. The car seat had several bullet holes in it. The baby's mother had driven to the block to speak to community members about keeping youth from violence. It's hurtful, it's painful, McKenzie said. Out here serving and protecting the community and fighting against gun violence every day, and it ends up my people that's afflicted from this gun violence. Terriana was among 3 young children shot on Thursday, one of the most violent days this year, with 32 people shot, 4 of them fatally. Hours earlier, a 9-year-old girl was shot in the head as she sat in a car in Grand Crossing. She was taken by a police officer to Comer Children's Hospital in critical condition. Shortly after midnight Thursday, an 8-year-old girl was shot in the arm as she sat inside her home in Roseland. 2 women on the porch were also shot, and one of them died. Police reported no arrests in any of the attacks Thursday. The Sun-Times reported last month that more children 15 or younger have been shot so far this year, a trend that has continued into July. The 3 children were wounded in some of the deadliest neighborhoods in the city, Sun-Times data shows. Englewood ranks 3rd for homicides this year with 18, Grand Crossing 9th with 14, and Roseland 12th with 12. The shooting that wounded the 1-month-old came just days after 2 other mass shootings killed 2 women and injured 15 other people in Chicago. At least 24 shootings across the city this year have wounded 4 or more people, according to a Sun-Times analysis. Last night was a disaster, said Candace McKenzie, 25, the baby's cousin. We see other families going through this trauma, and now it happened to us, and it's heartbreaking. Charles McKenzie said the family had gathered in the area to speak to the community as part of their work with his organization, Englewood First Responders. Not long after, Candace McKenzie said she heard about the shooting through Facebook. It was a panic, she said. Even the thought that someone else had just got shot, someone opened fire like that. We all were panicking. The family gathered at the hospital Thursday night for deep prayer led by her grandmother. Friday afternoon, Charles and Candace McKenzie joined a small group of people at the scene of the shooting. The gathering had been scheduled days ago for the children of the community, with a barbecue and toy giveaway. But before they got to that, they formed a half circle as 2 pastors led in prayer, calling for healing in the community, and for those hurt in the violence. Charles McKenzie stepped forward to thank the group. I'm grateful for all you guys coming out to show love to the Englewood community, and also my niece and my sister. His voice broke, and he buried his face in his hands, unable to continue. Later, Candace McKenzie finished his thought. We're just trying to keep them on the right path, she said. There's no need for retaliation at this point. One of the worst stories I've heard this year. Our prayers goes out to the baby girl for a speedy recovery. I will be updating you guys as this story develops. So hit that subscribe button for updates and additional news. What are your thoughts on this story? Let me know in the comments section below and hit that subscribe and like button before you go. Thanks for watching.